Hey guys, what is up? This is the commentary on Black Ops 2, and today I have a 20-3 with the MSMC on Standoff here. And yes, this is my best gameplay so far. My first 20 bomb game, so they don't come that often, I have to say. Like, I wish they came more, but when you're trying to play the objective and win, you know, they don't come as often as maybe you'd like. But yeah, anyways, that's not what I want to talk about. But what I want to mention is that, you know, when these games are kind of coming to a close, I'm definitely not calm. When I'm seeing these scores and I'm so close to something like really awesome, I'm going crazy. I'm like internally just stirred and can't like sit still almost. Like I'm just, my heart starts racing and everything. Like it's such an adrenaline rush when you get so close to these high scoring gameplays. It's crazy. So what I want to talk about is how a player can handle these situations, or clutch situations, or situations where, you know, they're under pressure. And for me, there's a few ways you can do it. None are necessarily right or wrong. But I'm just going to discuss them to see, you know, what can work and what doesn't work, and, you know, why, in my opinion, anyway. So there's basically two main ways you can play in clutch situations, and that's to kind of wait it out and be like really like to assess the situation more, or to be more proactive and try to find people before they can find you. So the way I reacted in the last round of this gameplay was I was trying to find other people before they found me. I could not sit still. I could not make myself sit still. I was so scared that if I sat down somewhere, someone would come from the side I wasn't looking at. So I always wanted to be the one who was checking my back instead of having, you know, trying to wait on luck basically to do that. And I'm going to explain why, you know, why that could be good and why it can be bad, and then I'll touch on the other one as well. So running around and kind of patrolling an area when you're in those stressful clutch situations can be very, very good, because it means you're mobile. If you get a kill, you're always moving. They can't really know exactly where you are. But you want to make sure you don't stand in the exact same spot. You got to make sure you're always kind of moving around, patrolling and stuff like that, which I find to be quite effective. But it does have disadvantages. You can miss something when you're looking around in one area. You turn around to go check the other area you're patrolling, and there's that guy right behind you who saw you and you didn't see him. So that could really kind of bite you in the ass eventually, but we can all hope it doesn't. But, you know, sometimes it does happen. One rule of thumb I always use when if I'm trying to like outplay a guy, let's say if I see him and I don't think he sees me, is I always assume he's seen me. That's the #1 rule. And if I'm playing with like some of my friends that aren't, you know, as experienced, like I mean actual friends, like friends that I would, you know, go hang out with, have a beer with, or whatever, is if you're playing SnD, assume everyone has seen you. Like anyone you've seen, assume they have seen you. So that always seems to work for me, because it just makes sure you don't play too chintzy, I guess. You don't you really can't take advantage of anything. Like you have to play as if you're in the worst situation possible. That's the way I find that can work in those situations. But yeah, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the other way, which is kind of trying to stay less, you know, just trying to move less and like assess the situation a little more. And I don't mean camping. I definitely don't mean that. I don't mean sitting in a random corner and hoping that someone runs in front of you. That's stupid. If you do that, please stop. It ruins the game for people. But nevertheless, I guess it is a way you can play. I don't really think it's fun. But hey, if you have fun, then whatever, I guess. I don't think it's fun, but whatever. But what I mean by like kind of being less mobile and assessing is waiting for things to happen rather than being the person to make things happen. So instead of maybe being aggressive and pushing everything, maybe you would wait for someone to plant the bomb if you were on defense. That way you can move in and whatever and do it that way. I don't recommend that personally. I think that's a little bit tough to do, but who knows? If it works for you, then go ahead. But it's definitely possible for that to work. It's definitely safer in some situations, because you can get lucky when you're kind of just a lot quieter. You can get lucky. Just, you know, maybe someone does walk in front of you, get a kill, and then from there you can kind of switch to patrol mode, because they know where you are now. And believe me, they're not going to forget. They're gonna want to get you. People don't have patience in this game. That's something you almost have to assume. Unless they're campers, then they have all the patience in the world. They could sit there all day and not be a little bit like just like pissed off that you haven't done anything yet. So it's just the way the game works sometimes. So you get these mix of people, which is kind of is good and bad, but it can kind of really throw off your game sometimes. Like I know, for me, some of the weirdest deaths I get are from people that don't seem they know how to play the game properly. I'm like in my head, why are you here? Like there is no reason for an enemy to be in this situation, and that's the guy I die from, because it's so hard to predict. Like you base a lot of movement in SnD like just based off predictable movement. Like, is this guy going to be here? Probably. Okay, let's just check that out. Or if this guy, he's not going to be here, okay, let's rush through without really paying attention because they could catch me if I'm too slow. And sometimes those are the guys that get you. So, as you guys can see though, I'm already on the last round, and this is the longest one because this is where I go crazy. I'm going patrol mode. I see these guys in the UAV, but as you guys also should have noticed is that I had bombed down right in that corner. But in the contrast of the two playstyles, maybe someone would have just sat in that corner by the bomb, or sat a little bit further away and tried to wait him out. Me, I couldn't do that. I know I'm like either 18 or 19 kills right now. I can't put myself in a corner to sit in. I just can't. I was trying to. I was like, am I safe here? If I move up here, maybe I'm a little bit more safe. But nope, couldn't do it. I couldn't sit down. I did. Yeah, see, I saw that guy there, and I kept trying to outplay this guy by just trying to get a flash on him, stun on him, try to move up and throw my C4 in the window or anything like that. But he wasn't having it. He wasn't moving up. He was just kind of waiting back to see what could happen. But yeah, it didn't work out for him anyway. But yeah, that's how those styles contrast. And none of them are either necessarily right or wrong. It just depends how comfortable you are using those types of like, I guess, tactics in those situations, or types of like, yeah, I don't know. I was good. I left it. Should have left it where it was. But anyways, I'm about to pick up the last kill here and wrap up this gameplay. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed it. I know 20 kills is quite a few for Search, so pretty entertaining in my opinion. But anyways, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave a like if you want to, comment if you want to, and yeah. Anyways, I will see you all next time.